Hello, my name is Raylene. I am looking to help people who may be interested in learning about meditation. The various styles or techniques, the amount of time that you can meditate. Doesn't have to be an hour, it can be a minute. Discover the benefits of being within yourself, looking at or witnessing yourself interact in the world without. To find peace within and sit that by, not getting caught up in the mind and its ideas that are made up of lived experience and influence, family, friends, and social media, sitting behind all those thoughts and just looking at them, not being involved. Meaning being aware that you are aware that you were thinking. So who's thinking? Who knows you're thinking? For example, when you're standing in a queue and the cashier is slow, sometimes I think about that I'd be a better cashier. I'd be quicker, and I could scan quicker. I get annoyed because they have a chat to the person that they're serving, and I think I'm here, I'm in a queue and I need to be served because I've got another place to be. So it's about changing those thoughts, being aware that you're projecting all this negative energy onto the two people in front of you, and change it, flip it around. Use that time to just breathe, to just think, or love, just send out love, peace and compassion to the people in front of you. That's a much better energy to be putting out. Okay, sorry, I'm reading. Did write this out earlier. So really, that sort of situation just requires patience and nothing more. Nothing else will help it. Not your projection, not your mean thoughts, not your anxiousness. Just patience is the only thing that will get you through that and give peace to you and peace to the people. Finding that higher energy within. The more people that bring love and light into any situation, the better it will be for all beings on the planet. You know what can bring a human down is pain. When your whole thoughts are wrapped up in the pain, ache, sting, sore, backs, burn, nerve pain, shooting pain, numbness, all those physical pains. We also have the emotional pains, heartbreak, grief, loneliness, shame, guilt, rejection, all wrapped up into trauma, what they call emotional trauma. People in physical pain can function in the world are often irritable, bitchy, whingy, self-centered victims, or can be just quiet and non-engaging. Emotional pain can bring similar mindsets. Chronic pain and agony, a form of disease, can be hard to watch when you see a loved one or anybody really just caught in pain or sorrow. Requires any sort of relief. A couple of things that you could do when your mind is caught in pain is find out what does stop you thinking of it. If you sit down and have a good cup of tea, does that help? When you see a baby, does that stop you thinking about your pain? When someone comments on your shoes, does that stop your mind from thinking of pain? It's one or the other. You can't be in pain and looking at love at the same time. So find out what brings love to your mind and try and utilize that more often. Grow that thought. So hopefully one day you'll find a gap. Grow it, feed it, and engage it. And when you're in agony, physically or mentally, only a person experiencing this knows the word agony in the now. Can you ask for relief in pain with a heat pack, some more medication, a shift in position, a cool cloth, anything to shift the pain from that old to new pain? So I can't say I've got lived experience with agony towards the end of life, but I believe that you'll be able to find a little bit of relief by shifting the pain. And I'm really sorry for anybody who has to experience that sort of pain. And sometimes it's just an increase in medication to just take the edge off so that you can be at least functioning without so much pain. Then we go into emotional agony. That I have been in. It can be so difficult to shift. How is it that the thought may be that the relief to ask yourself is, who is observing my mind in agony? Who am I? Who am I observing that I am in emotional agony? So, there seems to be an inner being there, not just agony. Not just agony of thoughts. The inner being in there watching the agony of thoughts. The one that's giving you those thoughts. The one that's watching you give you those thoughts. So those thoughts are separate to the one in there watching it all. That's the higher one. Look at that. Look at that one. So then you might find a shift. So some of the ways that you can go into meditation is you can sit and take your time, close your eyes and maybe do a mantra, which could be, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? And you could do that for 3 minutes. You don't need long. Or you can do a breathe in, breathe out. We all know that, but what I want you to do is really feel and concentrate on the breath in and out of the nose. Feel the sensations. As you're breathing, feel the sensations. You can do that for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And then when you find your mind's gone over to what you're going to do today or what shopping you didn't get, just come back, feel the sensation of breath again. And sometimes it's probably good to set a timer. So even if you decide to sit there and do it for longer than 3 minutes or longer than a minute, you go for 15 minutes, set a little timer that gives you a warning when 7 minutes are up so that you know that you're halfway through, and that can stop you from kind of trying to work out how far you are until the 15 minutes are up. So they're little tips and tricks. Other thing is you can do a walking meditation or go down the river or down the beach or into a park and just sit and listen to the sounds. So if you stop and listen, see now if you stop, listen, that's a gap. There's a gap right there in your thoughts. And then as you identify the sounds, like, here's my gap. Oh, I can hear chimes ringing in the wind. Okay. What else can I hear? And that gap while you try to identify. So anyway, if anybody is interested in finding out other little tips and tricks, probably hanging around a bit too much with Ram Dass with my trips, please get in contact. Have a great day. Thank you.